Hey guys, this is Eddie and this is another edition of On Board. Today we're going to go over how I winterize my water system. And there's a couple things you're going to need to get this job accomplished. Now the first thing you're going to need is some environmentally safe antifreeze. This is going to go into your holding tank and we're going to put it through your whole water system. Now you're also going to need a funnel. This is going to help you get the antifreeze, of course, in to your inlet for your water. Now I do have a razor blade. This is just going to make my job a little easier when I got to open all these containers so I'm able to scrape out the top and pull the aluminum off. And the rag, of course, is just to keep my hands clean. So the first place I'm going to start is I'm going to go up on the boat and I'm going to drain out all the water that's in the holding tank. So come on with me and let's get this job accomplished. Okay guys, I'm inside my boat and I'm over by the galley area. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my fresh water system. I'm going to make sure that's on. And then I'm going to start draining out the water inside the sink. I'm going to do the hot and the cold till it comes out and it starts to spit. I'm also going to go into the bathroom, into the head. I'm going to turn on the faucet inside of there and outside in the sink and any other water outlets that I have to make sure I get out all the fresh water before I put the antifreeze in. So I'm just going to let this run like this. I'm going to also do the one in the head. Now, what I do with the hot water system is I do put about 6 to 7 gallons into my fresh water tank, and I run it through my hot water heater. Some people disconnect it, drain it out. It does save you on antifreeze, but just in case, I like to run it through. Okay, guys, I'm over by the sink, and you can see it's starting to sputter now. It's starting to pretty much pick up the remainder of the water that's inside the tank and bring it out. I'm going to have to go to the other sink and the other water outlets and get everything out, and then start pouring the antifreeze in. And I also have to drain out the hot water heater. Now sometimes you don't want to drain it too far down. You want to be able for the pump to pick up the antifreeze. So that's pretty good right there. I'm just going to take out the remaining water inside the head. So come on with me over here. Just get it so it's spitting out. That's the cold. And that's the hot. Okay. Now, on my boat, my hot water heater is down over here in the half deck in the back. So I'm going to take the camera and give you a look. Okay, this is my hot water heater. Now, what you could do is you could disconnect these two lines and you can drain out the hot water heater and run a hose from here to here, and that will save you 5 gallons of antifreeze because that's my 5-gallon heater. But what I'm going to do is make sure all the water's out of the hot water heater by opening up the valve, and that's going to drain it all out. You can hear it coming out, and that pretty much just goes over to the back bilge and comes out the drain hole. Okay, I drained out the kitchen sink, I drained out the sink in the head, and now I'm just going to make sure that all the water's out of my back sink, which it is. Oh, just a little bit more over there, make sure all this gets out. That's good just to have it spitting because you want to make sure that you can still pick up the antifreeze from your pump. Okay, and then this is my back shower. Just going to turn them both on just to make sure everything's out of here as well. Okay, now I'm going to grab my keys because I have the key on here for the water fill. And I'm going to go back in the back, get up on the ladder and start pouring some antifreeze in. So come on with me. Okay guys, I'm over by my water fill. I'm just going to open it up. I have that key. Yep, that's 1 gallon. And I got to go through 6 to 8 gallons. 5 for my water heater and then probably another 2 to go through the system. Another reason why we're going to be using the environmentally safe antifreeze is it's also going to go into your water system. So at the beginning of the season, even though you're trying to get most of it out, you may still have some in. So if you're brushing your teeth, you accidentally swallow some, You're not going to die from this. All right, well that's just about 7 gallons of antifreeze I put in. So now I'm just going to close this up and I'm going to go up top and I'm going to start running it through my water system. And that's pretty much it. That's how you get all the antifreeze through and everything's all ready for the winter. So come on, let's go back up on top of the boat. Okay guys, I'm in my engine compartment. The reason why I came over here is I wanted to go over to my freshwater holding tank. And this is about a 60-gallon tank and you can see what 7 gallons looks like inside of there. It's not really that much, but it's enough to winterize the water system and you can see the pink inside of there. So now the next thing I'm going to do is turn my water pump back on and I'm going to run it through the whole system. Okay, we're back in the galley. Now I'm just going to take care of this sink. There's some fresh water and there you can see it turned to pink. Just let the pink run out. That shows that it's through the whole system. And then the hot water. The hot water is going to take a little more time because you got to fill up the hot water heater. You're going to be getting a little bit of that. We got pink. So now your hot water heater has the antifreeze in it as well. So now that's all good and we got to run it through the bathroom and the back shower. There's the bathroom, see it's pink. So that's all good. Over by my back sink, and now what I'm going to do is just pretty much open it up and let the pink water run out. And you can see pretty fast you got pink. So that's coming right through over there. The next thing is going to be my back shower. I want to make sure that I get some pink inside of here so the water lines are all good. And you can't see it, but that's pink. If you look inside the sink, you see the pink. Okay, so we drained out the whole system. We ran the antifreeze through, and as you can see, it's in all the drains, hot, cold, and hot. So we have all the antifreeze in there. The next thing is we want to get the pink through the bowl to make sure, and as you can see the pink, so you know that the water system all going to the bowl is prepared properly too. So the last place is now your drain for your shower. You're going to have some water inside of there and inside the bilge. So you want to make sure that the housing don't crack and everything. So you're simply going to pour it down and you're going to hear it go on. Hear it? And then if you come over here, this is where my bilge system is. And you can see the antifreeze inside of there. This is the pump system for the shower. And the antifreeze is inside there, so this housing isn't going to crack or anything. So everything's pretty much safe for the winter. Okay guys, it looks like the whole water system is all ready for the winter months. I hope this helped you out. Once again, my name is Eddie. This is another edition of On Board. If you're looking for some more information, go to LongIslandBoatersClub.com. I'll catch you next time.